Once upon a time in a prosperous kingdom, a wise king decided to choose a successor among his three sons. To do this, he devised a test that would challenge their creativity and intelligence. He provided each prince with a single coin and asked them to fill an entire room. This wasn't just about filling space, it was about demonstrating their ability to think outside the box. Each son had to find a way to impress their father, setting the stage for a fascinating display of ingenuity. Let's dive into how each son approached this challenge. In the heart of the kingdom, the king ruled with fairness and wisdom, adored by his subjects. With a heavy heart, he announced the challenge to his three sons in the grand hall, a place where decisions shaped the future. The room was filled with eager excitement as the princes contemplated the task ahead. The first son was strong and confident, the second passionate and eager, while the third was observant and thoughtful. As they received their coins, the anticipation was palpable. Each son had a unique perspective and a way of thinking that reflected their personalities. With the challenge set, they hurried away, each determined to prove themselves worthy of the crown. What would they choose, and how would they fill that room? Let's find out what happened next. The first prince, filled with conviction, decided to buy straw. This will fill the room quickly, he thought, confidently strutting away with his purchase. He envisioned a space full of soft straw, a warm and cozy sight. As he flooded the room with it, he stood back and admired the way the straw stacked up. However, as the king entered the room, he paused, furrowing his brow. While the room was indeed full, he soon realized that the straw served little purpose beyond occupying space. It did not illuminate the room or evoke any emotion. It was simply a pile of straw. The first prince beamed with pride, but deep inside, he began to sense that perhaps there was more to the test. Could he have thought a little more creatively? Stay tuned for what his brother decides. Next up was the second prince, whose enthusiasm was evident. He rushed to buy sand, thinking it was a brilliant choice. "This will fill the room like nothing else," he declared. With vigor, he poured bucket after bucket of sand into the room. It piled high and looked impressive, and he couldn't help feeling proud of his accomplishment. When the king walked in, he saw a mountain of sand, and for a moment, the second prince felt victorious. But then, much like his brother, the king began to consider the implications. The room was filled, yes, but it felt heavy and stagnant, lacking in light or inspiration. While the second son's choice was better than the straw, it still missed the mark in showcasing true creativity. As the second prince stood in the middle of his sandy creation, doubts began to creep in. What would his younger brother come up with? The third prince observed everything quietly, contemplating the task at hand. Instead of rushing to the market, he waited for nightfall. When the sky darkened, an idea struck him like lightning. He lit a candle and, just like that, the room filled with a warm, inviting light. As the soft glow illuminated the space, it transformed the atmosphere completely, making it feel alive and vibrant. The king entered and was immediately struck by the sight before him. Light danced off the walls, and the room became a sanctuary of warmth and creativity. This clever choice not only filled the room, but also filled it with hope and inspiration. The third prince had done what the others hadn't. He thought beyond the obvious and used a simple item to showcase his wisdom. After seeing the three approaches, the king reflected deeply. While the first two sons filled the room physically, it was the third son who filled it with something far more valuable: light and innovation. The king admired the creativity of his youngest son and realized that he had indeed found a worthy successor. He explained to his sons that real leadership is about seeing beyond the material and understanding the power of ideas and imagination. A wise ruler doesn't just take the easy route, they inspire others and nurture growth. With pride, he chose his youngest son to be the next king. And so the tale of the three princes teaches us that creativity and wisdom can lead to greatness. Instead of simply filling space with what's easy, think outside the box. What's your favorite part of the story? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring tales.